and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I am here with day 5 of Follow a Sketch February, a hop started by the lovely Sandy at Scrapping Reflections, and you can find her here at State Goddess. And this is our sketch for today. Perfect opportunity to use up lots of branding strips or scraps, or in this collection, there's tons and tons of these little strips that come in this Paige Evans. These are from Splendid, and I have so many bits and pieces and strips from this collection, so that's why I pulled this one out for these pictures of me and my grandson and his very first sleepover at my house. So I've got lots and lots of embellishments. Most of these are from Blooming Wild, but some of them are still from Splendid. And then I have a couple sticker packs and this sticker sheet of puffies, and of course lots and lots of paper. So I have my papers and scraps, my embellishments, my pictures, and this very cool sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I decided that I wanted to use this background paper, this white with the teal frame around it. So I measured to see how wide I needed my pictures, or that orange paper, to be, so that it would sit right inside that frame. And it's like right at 11, right around 11 and a quarter. Because, no offense, Paige Evans, but I don't like that paper at all. And there's 2 of them in the paper pad. I think there was one in the 2 in the project pad. I don't know. Anyway, there were 2 of them, and I don't like it. I don't typically like a framed layout like that, like the background paper being framed. I just don't know what to do with them, and I feel like I need to like work with the background paper, and I don't know. Anyway, so I decided I'm going to cover that inside, but I love that teal or aqua frame, so I mat it with this orange paper, and then I use the other piece of that paper to mat my pictures. It's going to be a really thin mat. I wanted it to be a light color. This gives it a little bit of color in the background paper as well, but not much, because it's literally not even 1/8 of an inch of a border. I just wanted something to lighten the pictures up a little, because I'm going to put them on a black background. So I'm looking at this sketch, and I feel like it is a triple layered sketch, not including all the strips of paper. So that's what I did. I used that not so lovely white paper with the teal border, then the orange paper, and then I matted it all, or I mat this white paper with that, because then I can use all my papers, because my original plan was to use that orange, but it was so busy that all the pattern paper that I'm using on these scraps was gonna just look terrible, in my opinion. And so some of that is because I have a hard time like matching things up sometimes. So, but on this white paper, I can do whatever, use any of it, including the orange scraps. So when I get done, I alternated which side they got taped down on. So every other side is flat and every other side is torn. And then on her sketch, or on the person's sketch, the pictures are separated. I am not a huge fan of the look of that on the sketch, so between that and the fact that I really wanted to make sure that you could see each of these little strips, once I was done, I put them all on top. Plus, there's a lot of empty space of like my shoulder, or like the back of my chair that I'm sitting in. So I didn't mind overlaying them a little, but they are all matted on that not so pretty background paper, and then matted on black. And then I fussy cut the word lovely out of this piece of scrap paper, and because originally I was going to put it at the bottom, but it wasn't going to show through because the pictures were going to come down too far. And so I decided I'd fussy cut it and put the word lovely on the top. I am still putting my title up at the top that says Love Grows Here. There are some arrows on the sketch, so I thought I'd go with that, but I love this little arrow with the heart, like paperclip thing. So I went ahead and put that up here at the top, but I didn't want the heart sideways, so I put it at the top. I will put another little arrow over to the left in a little bit. I am using some pink to embellish, just because this Squeeze Daily, I really wanted to use that because I am definitely squeezing him. It's the perfect way to use those kinds of stickers because they have lemons on them. It also gives me the opportunity to bring a lemon off of the sticker sheet that I'm not sure, how I'll use in the future. This little tag or label I wanted to put on here, and I don't want it above that top picture because then it would be right close to the end of the paper. So I put it above the title where it says Love Grows here. I'm going to put the date there. And then I just started embellishing, and I really don't over embellish because there's so much going on with the papers that I don't think it needed it. So those few like hot pink ones, and then I put some stamps on here that said like sweetheart with love. Oh, the one says squeeze the day. And then the title I put up there says Love Grows here. And then I add this little me and you, and I put a little ampersand over to the right of that picture. Because it's on pattern paper in this video, it's hard to see it because it's very, very thin. It's a Hip Kit Club thin alpha. So, but like when I'm looking at the layout, I can see it. Like sitting here, I see it, but looking at the video, it's a little harder to see that little ampersand, but it's there. But I do love the way that that word lovely stands out at the bottom just enough. Like it blends in enough, but it also stands out enough. Mostly because it's sitting on top of some of the picture, and that's okay. That's why I put that picture down there, because there's a, it's not really covering anything but my hand. And then I take some of these little enamel dots and put a couple of those on here, or 3 of them. And then I also pull a couple of hearts off of here and put those on some of the little strips. And really, that's about it. I pull one more little arrow to put over by that bottom left picture that says my love. And that's the end of that. But I do write the date on this little blue or teal label. And then I just write on this little strip of paper our first sleepover. And that is the end of that. So this layout took me longer than I expected, just because I'd stop and do things. I was texting people and I'm wrapping my brain around everything that I was doing, trying to use the right papers, trimming things out, and of course fussy cutting that word. So here is the sketch again. It's, like I said, the perfect way to use up scraps, branding strips, all those little strips that some collections just insist on putting in there. I love the way this turned out. I'm so glad I put that white mat down, because I think like the inside part, because I feel like if it was on that orange paper, I wouldn't have liked it nearly as much. So, and it wouldn't have stood out as much. So I really do like the way this turned out. So I hope you'll go check out all the other people who are hopping along with Follow a Sketch February. There is a playlist that should be linked in my description box, as well as a Scrapping Reflections Facebook account where you can find all the sketches. I'd love it to give me a thumbs up if you like my video and or my layout, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe if you haven't already. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.